Hi, this is Georgia with Creative Moments by G. I have a brand new project that we're working with today. I was looking at the Stampin' Up! Christmas Holiday brochure, and my sister and I found the perfect project for something that we want to do. Our niece is getting married in October, and we wanted to do something really special. And so we saw the Christmas calendar project kit, and we had an idea. What if we took that, made the calendar kit, but changed it up for a bride? And so we came up with this. Isn't it beautiful? It's a calendar. It has up to 25 days because she's getting married on the 26th. We added her colors, which were purple. We added goodies in the box. I think it turned out beautiful, don't you? That's what we're going to be working on today. A special moments kit that you can buy from my online store. So let's get started. We just got our project in today, and I am so excited to show you this. It's on page 38 of our Creativity is Calling Stampin' Up! Christmas catalog, page 38. You can buy this for $30, and it has all the materials you'll need to create a Christmas countdown advent memory. I'm so excited. But as I mentioned earlier, we're going to use our box to create a creative moment as a wedding gift for a bride. So first thing you have to do is take off your plastic. And as you can see, if you were to measure this, you would have 10 and 5/16 across and then 10 inches deep. So what we did is we selected a piece of paper that would go with the color theme of the wedding. And we selected this beautiful purple floral. Now we got this at Hobby Lobby, and we've already cut it down to 10 and 5/16 by 10. And I wanted to put just a little T on the top so I would know that was the top, because 10 and 5/16 has to be the column size, and then the height size is 10. Okay, first what we're going to do is cut our paper into 5 columns. Make sure that you're using the side that's 10 and 5/16. And I designated that by putting a T at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to cut that off just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to cut 2 and 1/16 and make sure it lines up. And then I'm going to put it exactly as it is back together. It's like cutting a puzzle, but you want to keep those puzzle pieces together. So we're going to cut another 2 and 1/16 column. Putting it together again. Another 2 and 1/16 column. Make sure it's lined up perfectly. Okay. 2 and 1/16. My last one. Okay. We have them lined up in the corner, right up here in the top right-hand corner. Now what we need to do is cut our rows. And remember, each one of the heights is only 2 inches. So now I'm going to take one strip like this, and I'm going to cut it 2 inches. 2 inches. And I'm going to make sure I keep it turned the same way every time. Now I'm going to put it on the left-hand side of the paper. The left-hand side of the table. Keeping the design just the way it needs to be, because with flowers like this, if you get them where they're not in order, things could really become very difficult very quickly. So here's my first strip. Kept them all in order, and you can see right here it's in order. Now we're going to pick up this strip. I'm going to move this over. We're going to cut 2 inches. Lining it up over here to make sure it's just exactly right. And as you put it together, over on your left-hand side, you can make sure. You might think, oh my goodness, this is difficult. It's really not that difficult. And oh my goodness, how beautiful this is going to be for the bride-to-be. Oh, she's just going to love this. And then we're going to cut one more 2 inches. Line it up exactly the way it's supposed to be, just like that. Line up our last one. Oops, I have to figure, oh, there we go, just like that. So you can see our 2 are lined up perfectly. Okay, so give me just a few minutes. I'm going to finish this up and we'll get right back. Okay, so we have everything cut out exactly how we need it. And just like a puzzle, we put it back together. So now the next thing you have to do is you have to take each square, pick it up, and then you have to cut out this little half moon circle. Well, the best way to do that, I think, is to put it on the front of your box, turn it over, and then draw, using it as a template, exactly where you want to cut it. Now what I would do is I would have this, I would put it back down, pick up another one, get it exactly the way you want, and then draw again using it as a template. Okay, we need to put it down the same way. Pick up the next one. We're just going to do the front row. Put it on your box, the very top row. Using it, the box as a template, just draw around that opening. It goes fairly quickly. Pick up your last one. Put it on your box. Turn it over so you can use it like a template. And then draw. Now, the reason we're not going to do all of them is your fingers are going to get in the way. So we're going to close this. And I tried earlier to fussy cut, but really that didn't work for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a punch. This is a 1-inch punch because this is all I have. But I've ordered a 3/4 inch punch. Might work better. The curve of it might be a little bit different to match it up better, but this does work really well. So what you have to do is get it exactly where you think it is, line it up, make sure the right amount is on either side, punch, put it right back down. Pick up the next one. Oops, see what I mean? They move around. We don't want that. Pick up the next one, kind of hold it where you want it, make sure it's level, everything looks good. Punch it, put it back down. Pick up number 4, put it where you need it. Make sure it's exactly straight. Punch it. I find this to be so much easier than trying to fussy cut it. You just don't get those sharp edges that you want. Line it up and punch it. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our actual box, our memory box here, take out the first little box. We're going to use wet glue because we want to be able to move it around. We don't want it to stick down the very first time we put it there. And lay it on the front of your box. Get it exactly where you want it. Oh, see, it lines up perfectly. The sides are great. And go ahead and you can just stick it right back in its place. Pick up the next one. Put some glue on it. Not too much glue. You certainly don't want your paper to buckle. Line it up, press it down, and then stick it back in the box. Oh, that is going to be so beautiful. The bride-to-be is going to love this. Put a little glue on it. Take out your next one. Line it up, and it goes very quickly. Really, the most difficult is cutting everything, making sure that you have exactly the right size. Your fourth one. Some glue. You want to make sure and be able to wiggle it around, so use your wet glue. Line it up. And our last one for our first row. Remember, we have 5 rows. Lay it down. Wiggle it around. And there we go. So we have our first row finished, just like a puzzle piece. All the flowers are matching. Just gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and finish the other 4 rows, and I'll be back. Okay, great. You can see that we finished putting all the front panels on. It turned out beautifully. Let me just remind you very quickly that you have to make sure when you're cutting out your half moons that everything is exactly in the right order, so that when you put it on, the puzzle piece goes together. The next thing you have to do to keep it a calendar is you have to put the dates on. And we tried the circles, but they just didn't look as good. We didn't feel they covered too much of the pattern up. So what we did is we created these little squares with the numbers on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to take out each box. We're going to put a little piece of glue, and I'm just going to grab this with my little... Oops, it fell off. Just going to grab this with my little pointy. And hang on just a minute. Pick it up. I'm going to put some glue down right on the corner. And let's see, there it is. I'm going to wiggle it around just a little bit. Get it right where we need it. And I want to leave a little border around it. No, I think what we'll do is we're going to line it up exactly on the corner. That gives you a way to line it up perfectly. And then we'll just set it back in and let it dry. We'll take this one out. We'll put a little glue. You don't need much glue, just a little glue. Wiggle it around a little bit to get exactly where you need it. Make sure it's straight. Okay, we're going to pick up number 4. Put a little glue. Wiggle it around. Get it exactly where you need it. Okay, pick up 5. Put a little dab of glue. Wiggle it around to get it all over it. And you can see now we have our first row with our numbers. I'll be back after we get everything else, all the numbers put down, to show you how we're going to decorate the front. Okay, I put all the numbers on the front panels, as you can see. The next thing and the very last thing we're doing for our decoration is we're putting these beautiful little rhinestones on the front. Now this paper pack I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and it's called the Paper Studio. Has some beautiful rhinestones. So what we're doing is we're just eyeballing it right in the center, right below the half moon, and it's already has glue on the back of it. So we're just going to stick it on. Okay, we finished adding all our jewels on the front. We've added our dates, and we went ahead and added our wonderful little goodies inside. What we did is we took and we made some wedding affirmations, and we made 9 and we put them in every third one. We also took we took some candy, put that in some other of the boxes. We also found an adorable little ring that we thought was so cute, this little ring pop, put it in there. And we found some beautiful charms. And this says, "I figure if a girl wants to be a legend, she should just go ahead and be one." How wonderful. We found some wonderful little charms to add to this. I think my niece is going to love it. I hope you had fun making it with me. Please remember to click subscribe below so that you're notified when I make another video. And I would love to know how you're going to use your Christmas countdown project kit that you buy. There will be a link that will take you straight to my store so that you can purchase it. Like I said, I hope you've had a great time. I look forward to working with you again, and go out and have a fantastic day.